everybody. Happy Saturday or Sunday, depending on when you live. When you live? Yep. Depending on when you live. Could be Saturday, could be Sunday. Who even knows? Hello, guys. Welcome to Saturday morning Dooger. When do I live? I live in... I have no idea what GMT stands for. General Mountain Time? Greenwich Mean Time? Wow, I was very off. General Mountain Time. The time of England is General Mountain Time. Hello, everybody. How are all of you doing? Super good, I hope. Sir Chunks has already redeemed a cheers, so we can start off with a biggie bang. Pronounced Greenwich, of course it is. It's like Flitwick is actually Flitwick. Whenever I'm on the train, I love listening to the announcer robot, like, actually say the pronunciation of places, because I'll be like, yes, we're nearly at this, and then they go, you're nearly at this other complete thing. And we switched to BST on March 29th. Oh, that's right. Everybody else's clocks, well, not everybody else's. America's clocks go before ours do now, huh? Yep. Only people in the UK and Connecticut can pronounce Greenwich correctly. That's like, the first time that, so in America, we call it, oh God, now I actually don't remember how it's pronounced in America. Worcester, I think is how we pronounce it. In America. So the first time that Sam was like, where's the Worcester sauce? It's like, the what? Europe won't change their clocks this year if only UK copied that. Yo, isn't it Australia where they just kind of like decide on a whim? They're like, yeah, this year we'll do it. Or this year, we're not gonna bother this year. Shahiner ALO redeemed a Valentine with a little heart. Thank you very much. And again, Sir Chunks has redeemed cheers. So guys, if you've got a drink, or if you would like to fist bump the screen, or I don't know, if you've got a big old dank cigar sticking out of your mouth, you tap your screen with that. It's probably dangerous, but you know what? It's your life and you can do what you want. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Saturday Morning Dooger today. Just hang and chit chat for a couple of hours. I'm gonna stream again tonight because we're just gonna do the 2 hours of chitty chat today. So we'll stream again later in the day. So if you have to go work or whatever and you can be here again later, then awesome. Otherwise, let's have an amazing stream. Let's all enjoy one another's company. 3, 2, 1, cheers. Boop. Hurry, this cigar is really hot. Bam. And there's a dab for Seaharg. Clarky's sick again. Which is really great. Clarky's sick again. So woke up this morning and there was just snot everywhere. It's like, this child went for the first year and a half of her life never getting sick. And now is sick all the time. It's incredible the difference it makes once your child is actually playing with other children a lot. Oh my gosh, Gerard, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Dodger. I literally just started on Saturday mornings. Or I guess technically for me, it's Saturday afternoon. And for the place that I used to live, it's very early morning. But we just hang and we chit chat and you know, just relax for a couple of hours. So if you want to hang around for that, that would be amazing. And any of you who have never checked out Gerard before, the completionist, he's a lovely dear friend of mine. First stream ever. Welcome, Snake Drone. How are you? Oof, I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old in my home, both with the flu. Yikes. Thank you so much. Gerard also gifted 5 subs. If you were gifted a sub, be sure to say thank you. Thanks, Gerard. I hope you're doing well, bud. Cutie Pie has redeemed a Valentine for chat and said, I love you all, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. Oh, I liked your content so much on YouTube nowadays. I'm so adult. I rarely have time to watch Twitch. I get it. I'm glad I have now to watch your stream. Well, thank you. Even if this is the only time you can tune in for a while, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, dude. And pretty much all of my streams now start around this time unless I'm doing evening. Then it's 8 p.m. GMT, which I just learned is not General Mountain Time. I took a swing and it was a miss. It was a big miss. My wife Emily's birthday was yesterday. She says she's 40 and I say she's 28. One of us has got to be correct. Well, happy birthday to your wife Emily, regardless of her age. Thank you for redeeming a Valentine, SP Wolf Tech. General Mountain Time is still great. Yeah, right? Like, there are mountains here, baby. I love the stream times now. I'm so glad. Yeah, we have a lot of people who tune in. Really, nowadays, they're only able to tune in and be like, I'm off to work, but have a good stream. Or I just got home and I'm going to bed, but have a good stream, you know? So I do feel bad that we've had to adjust our schedule, but I'm a morning person, and between like watching Clark and streaming, the thing that takes it out of me the most is Clark, 100%. So for me, it's like, well, when should I stream? Like, I'll watch Clark when I'm the most awake. And then once I've like gotten into the groove of the day, then I'll stream. It just makes a lot of sense for me in terms of like work-life balance. But do your cats get along with Clark? Yeah, they get along fine. Clark watched me pet Sherlock with my foot, and I was like, I hope that this isn't a mistake, because she's just learned what kicking is. So I was like, I really hope that she doesn't try to like go over and kick Sherlock. I'll feel really bad. But she like sat down, and Sherlock came over and like rubbed against her foot, and she looked at me all excited and started like really gently like patting him with her foot. Adorable. She and Sherlock get along okay. He's still, come on, focus out. There we go. She's still like a little too aggro for him. It's not that she's always been really good about how she pets them. She's really gentle with them, but when she sees them, she gets really excited and she just books it, right? She just runs for them. And sometimes they're not into that. So, yeah, a lot of the time they'll run away if she's like, cat. Watson doesn't really hang out with her at all. But Watson is also the more particular cat. You know, she doesn't generally like people very much unless it's completely on her terms. Sam's grandparents, so Clarky's great-grandparents, which is wild to me. I never had any living great-grandparents, and I didn't even have all of my grandparents living. So for Clark to have 3 living great-grandparents is wild to me. But yeah, so Sam's grandparents came over to spend some time with Clark, and we all had dinner together. And the whole time they were like, where's your little white cat? Don't you have another cat? Where's the other cat? I was like, she's definitely not coming out. She's definitely just going to sit in our closet and wait until you leave. Sherlock is 9. 9 or 10 years old. Something like that. I am drinking tea. I am drinking tea right now. We're out of coffee in this house is really what's going on. Also, I finally tried my mocha pot. So chat kept being like, I was saying I really wanted a good way to make espresso. And people in chat were saying, you should get a mocha pot. So we have an induction stove that I finally learned how to use. Like I'm pretty prolific with it now. But I was like, okay, can I get a mocha pot that works on an induction stove? And I could. So I bought it. And I've been fiddling around with it. And I so far have not gotten a really tasty shot of espresso out of this thing. But there are lots of videos online that are like, here's how to really get a good product out of your mocha pot. So I should just watch a couple of those. How many desks are in your room? This is the desk we bought. These are built-ins. So Sam and I work out of Jack and Jill rooms, which means it's 2 rooms that are next to each other that are mirror images of each other. So these rooms are completely set apart from the rest of the house. They're on a totally different floor. And so we were like, oh, that's perfect to work out of, right? And originally when we saw the pictures, we were like, oh my God, and it's even got a desk built into it. Amazing. We can just work at that desk, right? It turns out it is very claustrophobic to sit at that desk because once you have a monitor on it, the monitor's like right here. And Sam is a tall boy, so his knees were like bumping up against the wall, and the monitor was here. So he said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get us. We don't need like width this way. Like this is how wide it is, right? We don't need width this way. We just need depth. So we both got these desks, and there's still nothing else back there. So no keyboard tray. I don't like them. Neither of us like them. Hi, Alex. How are you? That's what I was thinking too. I can put my sewing machine back there once it's fixed. I think I told you guys my mother-in-law found a place that is in a town nearby that it's a place where people go to take like sewing lessons and things. And she said that they fix sewing machines there. I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to bring my sewing machine in and say, hey, the motor completely blew on this. Like, can you swap out the motors for me? I tried taking it apart just for the full story. The motor blew, and I said, okay, well, I can just swap out the motor, right? The voltage is different here. So I had tried swapping out the cords, like just getting a UK cord and plugging it into my sewing machine, which I already knew was dicey, but tried doing that, and instantly it like turned on for a split second and then died. And I was like, okay. So, I like gutted it, and there are screws everywhere, and I don't know what's going to ruin what, and I don't know, like, so I started to get really nervous about it, right? Sathalan, thank you so much for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. That is amazing. I appreciate it. And Hockey Cabbage, welcome to the cat gang. Yeah. So my mother-in-law was like, there's a place that fixes sewing machines. We can just take it in there and see if they can do something for you. So fingers crossed that I can take it in there and that they can fix it. Cut your losses, get a new sewing machine. I'm not going to do that. It was like a special gift from my mom. So if I can fix it, I'm going to fix it. It's just black tea. Black tea with sugar and oat milk. Is it Yorkshire Gold? It is Yorkshire Gold. I haven't sent the Dodger coffee English breakfast I actually haven't sent to this house, which is so silly. I need to just go on and be like, send me a little bit of everything. They're already sending me stuff because we're testing out new things. So I need to just be like, hey, next time you send me a thing, send me some coffee and tea, please. We had to get Yorkshire Gold for our wedding. Yeah, Free said that she wasn't a fan, right? I've switched to oat milk for my coffee and it's good. I'm so glad that you like it. Oat milk gets a bad rap, or at the very least, people don't even know that it's an option. It's good, man. What does black tea taste like? That's a great question. I don't really know how to describe black tea flavors, but I bet somebody in chat will be able to. It tastes like bitter water. Coconut milk is really nice for rich things. If you're doing like a dessert, or if you're doing like a really like desserty drink, coconut milk's great because it's so thick and it's really rich, you know. But I don't like coconut milk for something like this. No, it'll overpower it, you know. It doesn't, like, flavor wise, it doesn't suit it really, I don't think. For things like tea or coffee, oat milk and almond milk I think are good options. Yeah, oat milk I think is, out of the two options, oat milk is the more like sustainable thing to get, and it's typically cheaper anyway. So I've been going for oat milk typically, but oh my god, Alice XZ, she's a painter, she's a friend of mine. She does incredible stuff, and she just put a new thing up on her Instagram. If you don't follow her and you use Instagram a lot, you should, because she just does gorgeous things. It's literally ALICE, Alice XZ. Her most recent one, I was like, this is fucking so pretty. So I just got a notification saying that she saw it. I never really liked putting anything in coffee or tea. I just drink it as it is. Yeah, green teas, I don't like to put anything in. If I'm drinking a green tea, it's because I want to taste something that's really earthy. And then coffee, I've always put a little bit of sugar in. I go through stages where I'm trying to cut back on how much sugar I have, and so I'll just drink it black for a while. But I'll typically put a little bit of sugar in my coffee. I never put creamer or milk or anything in it, though. And then black teas, since spending a lot of time with Sam's family and since spending a lot of time in England, this is just how I take my black tea now. I just 1 sugar and a splash of cream. I just always do that now. How many teas or coffees do you have a day? It depends on the day. How did I feel when I woke up? Some mornings, especially since moving, sometimes I make myself a tea or a coffee when it's really not that I want a tea or a coffee. It's that I want to be drinking something hot. I used to be in a good habit of, if I just want to drink something hot, I'll literally just heat up water in the kettle and just drink hot water, which might sound crazy, but honestly, like, if literally all you want is something like warm to drink, just drink hot water. But since we've moved and it's a lot colder here, I keep finding myself being like, I'm gonna make a fucking coffee because I'm freezing. I make a coffee every time I see the bottom of my mug. Oof. I own a coffee company, and I would still say, like, try cutting back a little bit. Do you find that you're the sort of person where if you don't have coffee, you immediately get a headache? The second that I start to feel myself getting headaches frequently, I cut back quite a bit. Um, I don't like obvious signs of dependency on anything. So if my head starts to hurt if I don't have a coffee, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to not drink as much. I don't get caffeine headaches, but I do feel so sleepy. Count your blessings. Caffeine headaches, I think I would rather any other headaches that I get. I don't get frequent headaches, really. Sam has really bad headaches. But I don't get headaches that often. My most common headache is a caffeine headache, and I can always tell when they're happening, and sometimes they last for more than a day. My least favorite. I can hear your birds outside. We live somewhere where birds are outside. Isn't that wild? I can look outside sometimes and see stars. Crazy. Literally wild. I know. Stars. It's it's kind of great growing up in the woods. So I grew up in the woods, right? And then I went to college. And my college town was really small. And then I moved to LA, and it was like a big difference, like huge culture shock. And I remember when I first moved having to get used to hearing sirens outside and just traffic in general, like hearing cars outside while I was trying to sleep. It took me a really, really long time to be able to sleep. So it's kind of, I was a little worried that I had been there for so long that coming here, I was, number one, not going to like the weather, because I kept being like, oh my gosh, I miss the rain so much. I miss it so much, right? And what if I had moved here and then hated it? Instead, I just want the sun back. Give me the sun back. And number two, if it was going to be, if I was going to have this feeling of, a lot of times people will describe sort of like, you have so much available to you in Los Angeles, or big cities like that, that when you move to the country, sometimes there's this, there's these growing pains of, oh, right, I can't do that as easily as I would have before. And like combating that laziness, you know? I'm very happy though. I'm very happy since moving. So I love the weather. Everybody constantly apologizes about the weather, and I'm like, it's great. I love it. Sam and I went on a walk to the grocery store and got caught in a rainstorm for the first time. And I was like, oh, it's my first time getting caught in the rain. And Sam was like, really? Okay. Where am I living now? We live in England now. So when we walked, so Clark loves the wind, she loves the rain. So it's a lot of us putting the hood up. She's got one of those waterproof like sleeping bags that they put kids in here, which is hilarious to me. But they're brilliant. Honestly, the smartest shit I've ever seen in my life. So it's basically just a little sleeping bag with slots for all of the straps for the stroller. So she's got one of those that is waterproof. So then when it starts raining, we can just put the little hood up and she's good. She hates it. She hates it. So the second it starts raining, we put the hood up and she just pushes it back. And we're like, honey, you're getting soaked. You're getting soaked. So, will Clark end up with an English accent? Of course. I'm the only American consistently around her. She's not even 2 years old. Apparently your accent doesn't solidify until 5. She's already saying things like a Brit. She used to, so for example, aside from the examples I've already given in the past, but here's a more recent example. She used to say hair, like with an H. She doesn't anymore. She's like, oh, my bad. H's don't exist. And I'm like, they do though. Clark, they do exist. Clarky air. Clarky air. Like there's an H. So, yeah. She's starting to drop consonants like her daddy does. Do you think your accent will change? I think that people ask me this all the time, whether or not they think my accent's going to change. There are some words that I'm already swapping, but in terms of accent changes, it's going to be the tones of my sentences will change. So it's not going to be that I don't think there are going to be many individual words that I say differently, but I think that the way that I say sentences, I'm trying to think of the word for it. The intonation of how I say things, the points at which I would normally go up or go down, the inflections, that's the word that I'm thinking of. The inflections of my sentences will change. Because I'm around people whose sentences sound different from how mine do. Clarky gets dual citizenship, yes. I am not a citizen. I have leave to remain in the country as a partner. So I can't vote on anything. It's the same as with Sam. When Sam was in America on a green card, he was allowed to live and work and do his thing, but he couldn't vote on it. He was not a citizen. So it's the same for me. I am not a citizen. I can apply to be one if I want to in the future. But I am currently an American citizen with a card that proves that I have permanent residence here should I want it. So there you go. I think it's 5 years. I think after 5 years I can apply. But yeah. I'm able to be with my family, which is the important thing. And if one day I want to have more rights here, if I want citizenship here, then I can try to go for that, but I don't have to have it in order to stay with my family. What about healthcare? When you apply for your residency, along with the application fees, they make you pay a lump sum that is for NHS. If you're rejected, your application payments don't come back, but your NHS payments come back. So when I applied for my visa, I had to say, like, here's some money to the NHS ahead of time so that once I have my card and everything, I'm already in the system. So yeah. Favorite type of tea? My favorite tea is the coconut ginger green tea that you can find on DodgerCoffeeCo.com. Legitimately, it's my favorite tea. But the tea here that we drink is Yorkshire Gold. Hashtag ad. Do you have plans to come to Germany for Japan Day in May? I didn't even know that was a thing. I did hear that TwitchCon Amsterdam is canceled because there have just been like, I guess there have been too many situations of people having this virus and then going to a heavily trafficked area and just spreading it. So it makes sense for them to cancel it. Yeah, I think it's smart. They definitely lost a lot of money on it. So for them to be like, it's more important for us to cancel it. Yeah. The watermelon oolong did smell like Jolly Ranchers. I thought the same. It smelled so good. I miss it already. Yeah. Are you driving over there yet? No, I am not. But I can use my American license. I think I can use my American license for the first 12 months that I live here. And then after I've been here for a year, they'll be like, go get a UK driver's license. Oolong tastes like dried grass to me. Totally. I agree. I love it. But yes, 100%. Oolong is one of those very earthy teas, I think. It is not... It's not one of those teas that's going to appeal to everybody, which is why when we were trying out teas for the seasonal, I loved the watermelon oolong, and we were a little concerned that people were going to be like, "Oh, I hate oolong." But honestly, it did amazing, so I'm glad that you guys liked it. I have a tongue made of rocks. That's what I should say to my mom next time we're talking. My mom is the sort of person... Tiri and I talk about this all the time on Super Cousin Time. I don't know why it comes up so often, but our moms are like best friends. Tiri is my cousin, and she and I play Final Fantasy XIV together every Tuesday night. And our moms, are like besties. They do everything together. And my mom is currently in the desert, so they still like call each other all the time and stuff. And her mom will go and visit, and it's very cute. But basically, both of our moms are the sort of person where the second that something isn't scalding hot, they're like, it's cold. And we're just like, what do you mean it's cold? It's still hot. They're like, I should pop it in the microwave, shouldn't I? No, it's hot still. What are you talking about? They're both that way. And it's so funny. Watching you and Tiri play it got me into the game. I'm halfway through Heavensward, so I can't tune into your streams because I fear the spoilers. I'm so glad that you're avoiding us. Not because I don't want your eyeballs, but because, yeah. The story gets so good. Dude, the story gets so good. Like, I'm so glad that you're invested in it enough that you're like, I don't want to get spoiled. That's what I'm saying. My mom's tongue is made of rocks. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her to her face. And then I'm going to give her a gift. Because next time I see her, it'll have been her birthday. Yeah. A, like, kind of running joke while I was growing up. When I had first started to have, like, coffee and things, I mostly drank iced drinks until I got older. But every now and then I would get, like, my mom and I would go through one of the drive-through like coffee huts, and we would get like hot lattes or something. And it was like clockwork. If I got something new that I hadn't tried before, we would have the drinks in the car, and she would already be drinking hers, it would have been maybe 2 minutes. And she would look at me and go, how's your drink? Is it good? Do you like it? She would do it every time. And I'd always have to remind her, Mommy, I'm going to leave that for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to drink it. Jerry Reg, I just realized that your name is one of those can be read forwards and backwards the same names. So just throwing that out there. It took me a minute, but I kept staring at your name going. A palindrome. That's the word. It's a palindrome. Or is it? Would you ever consider playing Minecraft? I played Minecraft a long time ago. I did a Minecraft thing on Peanut Butter, like a Survivor Minecraft thing on Peanut Butter Gamer's channel. And I've done Pixelmon, which is basically like Pokemon inside of Minecraft. So I've done some Minecraft stuff before. Yeah. I'm currently playing on the Pixelmon server. There you go. She used to play with Tiri, which... Oh, Minecraft? No, we didn't really play it together. I went on her Minecraft server once, I think.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving,
Motlius!
burrito baby.
Welcome to the Katogangu. Oh, you converted from Prime. Thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. And Lee, happy 66 months, bud. Are there any plans to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake on stream? God, I want to so bad. I texted my mom. Wait, let me see if I can find these texts. My mom texted me after we had gone to the Final Fantasy VII event. She texted me and was like, I hope that, because I hadn't said what it was for. I wasn't sure if we were allowed to. So my mom was like, I hope that your event went well. I hope that you had fun and you got to spend time with some friends. And, where is it? Oh my God, I texted her so much from the plane. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. This might not be worth it. Sent her so many pictures. Wow, I talked to my mom way more than I thought I did. Wait, I think I just reached it. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, she said, how was your event? I said, great. It was for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Do you remember me playing that game? I was obsessed with it. And she said in all caps, oh my God, how exciting. You were totally obsessed, with a bunch of cry laughing faces. So yeah, I loved that game. And I would really love to play it on stream. I think that it's going to wind up being much longer and much more involved, because we normally don't play like open world or like heavy side quest heavy games. Which I think this is going to be. So I want to play it, and at the same time I'm like, oh, but I'm not really like a long distance gamer when it comes to my streams. So I don't know if I would be able to, like, Sam definitely will, right? So imagine Sam and I both trying to like streaming it at the same time. I hate the fact that I know it'll take me at least twice as long as it'll take Sam. You know? So I'm like, should I even do it? But Sam and I are also very different, and people come to us to watch for like totally different reasons or for totally different vibes. So it's not that I don't think that it would be worth it. It's just I hate knowing that he would be in the other room playing the exact same game and would be so far ahead of me. Sitting doing my coding. It was meant to be done like 3 weeks ago. You're great to listen to so that I don't go insane staring at the walls of JavaScript. Well, thank you very much. Are you going to play the demo? I already played it, so there's no reason, in my mind, there's no reason to play it on stream. I'll just wait till it comes out. I won't be able to watch my streams. It'll be my first Final Fantasy VII play ever, but it would make for amazing streams, and I think you should totally go for it. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, we found out a lot of people that we know never played it before, and it was blowing our minds. Sam and I were like, what do you mean you've never played Final Fantasy VII? Like, what? But, I don't know, maybe it's an age thing, but also some people just never got into Final Fantasy. Some people just never played Final Fantasy, and I also think that there was a wave of people who were really into JRPGs, and a lot of people our age just never dove into that either. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. If, you know, there wasn't as much of a feeling, at least I don't think, when I was younger, there wasn't as much of a feeling of you're really missing out if you don't get all of the systems, right? Our house was, okay, each time new systems came out, we just got one of them. So we had Nintendo up through Super Nintendo. We got the original Xbox. I eventually got a secondhand PlayStation 2 when I went to college. You know, like, and we always had, you know, maybe like 3 games for each thing, and we just played them to death. And occasionally it was really special, and we were going to be going to the part of town that had a game store, and I would get to go in there and buy a secondhand game. And that, like, so when I started making my own money, I actually went a little bit crazy. I found a website at the time that was for trading books and games and movies and things. So I would trade games with people. So I took like games that I had bought secondhand, and I went onto this thing and I put them up there for trade, and traded with somebody, and that was the way that I got to eventually play the original God of War, because I had never played it before. So I got to play God of War, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if somebody is trading God of War 2 and the same person had God of War 2, and I was like, I need it. What do you want? Here are the games I have. Oh, I watched my dad play it when I was a tiny kid. Now he's pre-ordered it for my birthday. That's so cute. I love it. That's really cute. Yeah, I didn't even have a Steam account until my last year of college, I want to say. I didn't have a computer that was strong enough to really play many games, so I didn't really think about playing games on my computer. Has anyone claimed post-show? Yes, Spigglebaum has. I'd like to request an uplifting song done in the legendary annoying anime voice. Perfect. What is the annoying anime voice? I assume they mean Amarantha. Bam! Sillies, that's for you. Bam! Acronian, that's for you. Bam! Cervic, that's for you. And bam! Miss Vampy, that's for you. Missed a bunch of dabs in a row. Sillies also says, thank you for taking such good care of me since I've been sick. Sploosh FX, you're the best hubby ever. I love you. Aw, that's a Valentine from Celeste to Sploosh FX. Yeah, isn't that just the way of it? Isn't that just the way of it? You're like, oh my god, I'm actually making money and I can buy a game for myself. That's amazing. What a big difference. And then the job that you're using to get money to be able to buy the games is taking up enough of your time that you get home and you're like, I just want to sleep. What? The Victoria riflebird dabs to attract a mate? Victoria riflebird dab. The Victoria riflebird is the dab master. Is the very first Victoria riflebird double dabs. Oh my god. I hate this. Oh, FF7 comes out on my birthday and my parents have agreed to pre-order it for me because I'm a hard person to shop for. That's very sweet. My mom gets frustrated because I really like useful gifts. It's not that I don't like just cute things to put on a mantle or whatever, but come on. Come on. Come on. It happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. Why are you like this? There we go. But I really like things that I'm able to make use of. And my mom knows that, but she doesn't live near me anymore and hasn't for a long time. So every time my birthday comes around, she's begging me, like, please just tell me just something specific. What's something specific that you need? So she's really excited to come visit because currently she has no idea what our lives are like here, you know? So she feels even more in the dark than before. She doesn't know how to, like, the thing that she always says when we're on the phone is, like, she wants to be able to visualize what we're doing, like how we're living our lives, which is really cute. You know, when she thinks of us, she wants to be able to imagine, you know, what Clark's room looks like, and we can send pictures and stuff, but it's different from being there. So, she's so excited to come and visit and get a better idea of, you know, what we have and what we need and what it's like in our house, which is cute. My sister just messaged me a link to what she wants for her birthday. Amazing. It does make it way easier, doesn't it? Chat makes me so happy. Perfect start of my birthday. Is it your birthday, W. Tile? Happy birthday. Thanks for hanging out with us. I just started working as a QA/tester of games. I'm seriously scared that after work, I will no longer want to play games. Sweet life of playing and criticizing games and getting paid for it will hopefully be worth it. Yo, you might just wind up being a Sam. Sam literally streams games for sometimes 12 hours without realizing it, and then is like, and now I need to wind down with some games. So maybe you'll be a Sam, and it'll still warm your little heart. You learn how to test versus play. It's a different mindset. I think, yeah, for me, that's definitely true of, like, text-heavy games. The games that I, like, say, Magical Diary, right? Playing Magical Diary on stream and reading everything off is super fun. That play style is totally different from how it would be if I was on my own playing it. So yeah, the vibe is different. And I'm sure that's also true of, like, if you're testing a game, you're looking for different things and you're playing it differently, right? And it won't be the same as sitting down and just letting yourself get immersed, you know? Bye, Bree Cheesy. Have a good day. 1.5 years of QA testing. I still play at home every day. Most of my coworkers also aren't affected. I'm sure it'll be fine for you. Aw. QA testing sounds fun, but it isn't. You have to repeat sequences to find bugs and glitches. Yeah, that's what I've been told before. A lot of people will say, oh man, I really want to be a game tester, so I just play games all day. But people who have been working in QA and testing for a long time are like, it's not fun. It's not a fun job. You're trying to like find the things that are wrong. And so you have to try the same thing a million different ways. Team up with Jesse for Final Fantasy VII, like in Contradiction days. The sort of games that I think Jesse and I play well together are games where there's a lot of choice involved, where like the whole crux of the game is like interpersonal relationships and then choice-based moments. So things like Contradiction and Dr. Decker that are very like get to know this character and figure out how they're thinking. That sort of stuff is really good for us, and stuff like Life is Strange is really good for us. The Letter. I don't think... I can't imagine playing like an action RPG with another person. Like on stream or anything, you know? Is your entire desk a giant mouse pad? It is not. This is a mouse pad that my husband gave me. I never use these mouse pads, but he gave it to me, so so here we are. Have you played Murder Numbers? Not yet. Not yet. Is it out? Oh my god. I wasn't sure if it was out yet, but if it is, we should totally stream that. No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, me sitting here with my friend Jesse, and one of us has the controller and is like, okay, I'm going to do this boss fight, and the other person just sits there. That's not fun. The sort of games that Jesse and I can do well together are games where the actual, like, clicking and playing of the game is not really the fun part, right? The analyzing of the game is the fun part. Yeah, I do not want to play Little Misfortune. I played the demo and it is not for me. I've cracked out on Hades and it's all your fault. It's a good-ass game, but I don't know what to tell you. 5 more days, bitch. 5 more days. 5 more days. Until a new update. I'm so excited. I know. Very jazzed. New weapon. I don't think that they said there will be a new god, but new weapon, right? More story. Yo, if you want newer Final Fantasy VI themed stuff, I can't promise you a Final Fantasy VI remake, but if you play Final Fantasy XIV, there's an entire raid sequence that is all Final Fantasy VI, and it's so good. I still have not tried the Savage Kefka fight because I'm scared of it. Yeah, I want to play Coffee Talk. That is a game that I want to play with somebody else, though. Holger the Beast, redeemed a Valentine. Thanks for being here for so long. I used to watch all your coffee times. Feels great to be back and have time to watch your streams. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You've won me over. I'm in. Have you played Blasphemous? I have. Yes. We beat it. We didn't get everything in it. I played it off stream for a while and tried to get like all of the abilities and stuff. I didn't 100% the game, but we did like beat it. I haven't gotten the true ending, I guess is what I mean. Oh, Oh, played more World of Horror yesterday, and there's already more content. It's a great early access. So the reason that I had put off playing it is because I thought that a lot of people had mentioned that there were bugs, not like game-breaking bugs, but just a lot of bugs in the game. Is it okay now? Should we plan on a night stream for that? Alfonso, happy 3 years. Thank you very much. There were some bugs, but yes, it's very playable. Okay. There are 6 or 7 patches already. I haven't encountered more than one bug in the most recent build. Okay. I'm down for that. We did play Wilson. I didn't get super far in it. Sam had like burned himself out on it by the time I was, you know, halfway to max level. So I said, okay, so I was showing Sam the list of games that I'm like not supposed to play, but the list of games that I want to play. And I was like, we still have to play Man of Medan. And he goes, oh, I thought that we didn't do that because it's bad. And I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, I heard it's really bad. So now I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to convince him to play it with me. Oh. I can't imagine. I think Sam is more judgmental isn't the word I'm looking for, but I'm easier to please, I think. Where is my sticky note, by the way? There it is. Okay. World of Horror. What's the number game? What's the number game we were just talking about on Switch? Murder My Numbers, thank you. He's more decisive? No. I'm easier to please. I don't need the game to be good to have a good time with it. Sam, we used to talk about this on Co-optional all the time. How TB and Jesse and I all looked for different things in games, right? TB could play a game that had a great story, but mechanically it sucked and be like, I hate this game, right? Because for him, it needed to be mechanically sound in order to be fun. Jesse needs the story to be great. If the mechanics kind of suck, he's fine. But as long as the story is really fleshed out and the lore is good, he's like, fuck it, I don't care. For me, the story can be just like kind of okay, and the mechanics can be a little bit garbage, and I'll still have fun with it. So yeah, hashtag yourself. I'm a Jesse. I'm a Dodger. I'm a TV. You get the best of both worlds. Indeed. I'm all 3. Great. Love it. Adorable. I'm a Grendor. Good. This should have been a poll, but then we wouldn't get this. And this is really fun. Watching it all just fly by. Dr. Fam represent. Yo! We could have killed the merchant. We could have killed the merchant. It's true. I should have killed the merchant. Just to see what happens. I wanted to say thanks for the stream yesterday. I was officially diagnosed with EDS this week. I've been pretty emotional. The stream yesterday had me cracking up, so thanks for the goofs. I'm glad that I could cheer you up. I was also cracking up. I don't know if you noticed. But thank you very much. We were discussing this in my game design class the other day. Games are individual when it comes to what others consider fun. It's true. Have you seen the game Haven?
Welcome,
Not.
you fine
Saub.
cat-loving, coffee
Thank you very much for
drinking
subscribing.
burrito
Welcome to
pig.
Cat Gang. Haven. This looks cute. It's not out yet. An RPG adventure about love and freedom. To play solo or co-op with someone special. Oh my gosh. Add to wish list. Haven. Interesting. Haven with Sam. I'm going to bold Sam's names. Sam's names. I'm going to bold the name Sam. Oh, I finished a game called Seventh Sector. Dystopian puzzle game. I think it might be up your alley. Seventh Sector. Mixed reviews, but mostly positive. Interesting. Intricate paths solving different puzzles, facing dangers, and collecting scattered information to discover the story of this world. Ooh, we play a robot again! I do love that shit. Interesting. When did this come out? Oh, March 5th. Wait, how come the reviews overall are mostly positive, but the recent reviews are mixed? Hold on, I'm scrolling down. Interesting. Interesting. I'll put it on the wish list anyway. Oops. I just use the wish list to keep track of games that I want to get. And sometimes I'll go through it and I won't recognize a bunch of the games that are in there. I'm like, well, surely I put this in here for a reason. And then I find myself having to look at like all of the pages for all of the games and go, oh, right, it's this. Right. I remember this. And Dragnir, thank you for the 10 months. How did you like Blasphemous compared to Hollow Knight? Oh god, Hollow Knight is... They're very different, but it's really hard. I was talking about this while we were playing Blasphemous, actually. And while we were playing... What's the blood, whatever the fuck? What was the one where we played the Lolita girl? The Castlevania E1, where you collected shards to give you different abilities. What was that game? Bloodstained. Thank you. We also talked about this during Bloodstained. Because everybody knows that I'm, like, that I adore Hollow Knight. So whenever I play another kind of Metroidvania-y game, people always be like, how is this compared to Hollow Knight? And I just don't think that it's fair to do that. Because my answer is always going to be Hollow Knight is better, right? It would be really, really hard for a game not to be, like, to be better than Hollow Knight. But that doesn't mean that the game isn't good, right? So to say, how is this game compared to Hollow Knight? Or how do they compare? it's like they're very different games, and yes, they're both Metroidvanias. Bloodstained had some, interesting mechanics in it. I would say Blasphemous was a bit more pared down, right? It's a smaller game, and at times had like controls that drove me crazy. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I think both of those games were very fun. Were they as good as Hollow Knight for me? No, but Hollow Knight is like a fucking lightning in a bottle situation where it was just an incredible game for me. And I still, played both Bloodstained and Blasphemous to completion. I played the whole thing. But, they're both good. They're both good. They're just not as... Hollow Knight is very involved. There's so much in it. And neither of those games have as much as Hollow Knight did. And neither of them were as like tight to play, I think. Like the fighting in it didn't feel as good and as clean as Hollow Knight did. But they were still good games. The only thing that will fill the void is another Hollow Knight game. If only they would make another one. What was the little cat game you played where chat could buy flowers like a year ago? Oh, Garden Paws? That game? I feel like I've waited so long for Silksong. Silksong, Darkest Dungeon 2. We have some good shit on the horizon, guys. Hollow Knight is too good. It feels unfair to other games. It's not just that. It's also the price point has always been insanely low for how much you get out of it. Right? For how much game there is, to be like, it's $14 is just wild. How do you feel about new Animal Crossing? I don't like Animal Crossing games. That's not to say I'm not going to play it, but I don't generally like Animal Crossing games, so I'm cautiously interested in the new Animal Crossing because so many of my friends are going to play it, and there's more of a multiplayer aspect to this one than there has been in the past. So I'm like, well, at the very least I can play it with some buds, I guess, but I don't really like Animal Crossing games. Yeah, if Krendor has any upset emotes, feel free to throw them in here. Chat's gonna riot. I've been very open about this. Everybody knows I'm not really into Animal Crossing. It doesn't mean that I think they're bad. Again, everybody plays games differently, right? The common response is, but you love games like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley. Why wouldn't you like Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing, to me, has always felt aimless. Like, really, really aimless. There's, like, I don't know. It's just not as fun. It's just never been as fun to me. So, yeah, I just don't really play them. I always try them. I thought you never got into Stardew? I got really into Stardew. Oh my god, I played the shit out of Stardew, but I didn't play it much on stream. I mostly played it off stream. It was so fun, dude. We did a sponsored Rune Factory 4 stream, actually. So when it ported to Switch, we played it for a few hours on stream. That was very fun. Who did you go for in Stardew? What's his name? Emo Boy. I can't remember any of their names. The first time that I played, I went for Emo Boy. Sebastian. And I actually really liked it because the game Stardew, it's really good in terms of being a farm sim, but it's also really good because it's so much about the people in the game, right? There's so much to learn about every single person. And I loved that Sebastian, when you got married, right, and he moved in, he would have days where he would just lay in bed and you'd be like, "You okay?" And he'd be like, "I just need to lay here today." I was like, that's so real, right? For like what you learn about him as a person, for him to be like, "I just can't get out of bed today." It's like, I get it, bud. I know who I married. You stay in bed. Love you. Right? And I thought that they did a really good job with all of the characters, like having them not. One of the problems with Harvest Moon is that once you married whoever you were going to marry, typically it was just, and now I'm your partner and I live on the farm and maybe I do chores and then I'll pop out a baby. And that was like basically all that, like their personality didn't really shine as much anymore, because in order for you to marry them in the first place, you had to have seen all of their, most important cutscenes anyway. So anyway, Stardew was great. Well, the wife subroutine, basically, right? Did Stardew remind you of your memories growing up on a farm IRL? Not really, because we didn't have a garden all year. So one of the aspects of farm sims, right, is like, okay, it's this time of year, so I'm growing this, and it's this time of year, so I'm growing this. We only ever grew things, and to this day, my family only ever grows things in summer, spring, summer. We never really focused on, like, root vegetables. We did onions, like, maybe once. But we've never done, like, potatoes or carrots or any of that kind of stuff. We normally focus on squash. Squash does really well for us for whatever reason. So we're the family that winds up with, those goofs about towns where people are growing things like zucchini, and their zucchini gets so out of hand that they're like desperately trying to give zucchini to each other. That's my family. So we wind up with zucchini like this big, and we're just like, somebody please, for the love of God, take our zucchini. So, yeah, squash does really, really well for us. But the rest of the year, all of our land is grass hay. We did oats one year, but it's all grass hay. So that's, for the farmers to feed their animals. We don't have animals anymore. The like ranch aspect of our farm isn't there anymore. But we used to have horses, and we used to have chickens, and we had rabbits for a hot minute, and yeah. It's not, it was never as like routine that way as it is in the game, right? In the game, it's, I wake up, I water my plants, I feed all my animals, and then I go to town and I find all the people that I'm interested in loving me, and I give them all cake, and that's my day. And then I go to bed and I do it all again. Oh, what I love parsnip. What? My daddy let me use his Twitch to thank you. My name is Kayla. I want to say I love you. I watch your YouTube when I go to chemo and I laugh a lot. Kayla! That is so sweet. Big hugs to you. Big hugs to you. I'll do my best to keep making you smile and giving you virtual hugs. I know, that's so sweet. Can Dooger hugs be big? Yo. I know not all of you have gotten a Dooger hug before, but I'm very proud of my hugs. All of my friends, are always like, Oh, I forgot. You give very strong hugs. It's not the size of the arms, it's the size of the heart. That's right. My hugs are strong. One day, if you ever meet me and we're chatting, feel free to ask for a hug. I'm always down to give a hug. That's true. Rosa also gives strong hugs. Oh, she's screaming in front of the TV. I wish I gave you a hug for reals, but digital will have to do. Give her all our love, all of our snuggles. And we're cheering for you, bud. You got this. Yeah. Also, alternatively, I have also asked people, or no, other people have asked me not to touch them, and I'm super, super cool with that as well. So I am not offended either way. If we're ever chatting and I go to like shake your hand or high five you or whatever, if you're like, I'd actually rather not, I will not walk away going, what the hell was that all about? I get it. Some people want to be touched, some people don't want to be touched, and that is totally up to you. I'm avoiding that coronavirus hug. Fair. Elbow boops. I went to high five somebody at a restaurant one time and they were like, it's actually probably not a great idea because I handle food, but we can touch elbows. And I was like, oh, okay. Avoid the Dodger boogers. Avoid everybody's boogers, man. Boogers are literally, they're just concentrated who knows what. Your snot is just collecting stuff to try and keep it out of your body. Yeah, that's happening here too. It's really hard to find toilet paper. I'm so glad that I stocked up on toilet paper when we first moved here because I was like, we always wind up. We're the sort of people where we're down to one roll of toilet paper and I'm like, oh, I should really buy more. And then I don't remember. So when we first moved, I was like, I'm getting a shit ton of toilet paper so I don't have to think about it. And thank God, because yeah, everywhere is out of toilet paper, paper towels, hand sanitizer, like all kinds of crazy shit. People are getting ready for an apocalypse. I stocked up months ago. This is not my fault. My mom buys toilet paper when there's 5 left. That's smart. I'm having to self-isolate. My immune system is compromised and people are not good at washing their hands. Yeah, we have some sick people in the family who are like, well, I don't trust anybody to, like the sort of sickness where their immune system is 100% compromised. And so, yeah, like, do I leave the house? Do I chance it? I don't know. I bought that who gives a crap toilet paper because of you and I'm loving it. Yeah. That's what I stocked up on. It's recycled, not recycled toilet paper, but the toilet paper is made out of recycled materials. And so I still have a ton of that. So fortunate, fingers crossed. And we don't use paper towels in our house anymore. We use linen cloths. So that also helps. A lot of the things that are getting sold out, we're fine on. Oh, I got done watching your Until Dawn run yesterday. Good fun. I can't believe how much you and Sam guessed of the story. It's funny. I was actually thinking about replaying that game because I don't remember a lot of it. Yes, Slime. My sister's whole family works in hospitals. They all work in the same hospital, actually. My nephew is a janitor. My sister is front desk for emergency, and my niece is like an on-call nurse, and all three of them are like, people need to wash their damn hands. Like, it is insane to us that somebody would be at a hospital and not wash their hands. A hospital janitor like in Scrubs. Not as not as much tomfoolery as the janitor in Scrubs. Yep, they all work in the same hospital. My sister started working there first, and then my nephew needed a job and he applied to be a janitor. And then my niece graduated high school and had done an internship there during high school, and so she was able to get a job there as well. So that's three of them that all work at the same hospital. We need more tomfoolery. Yeah, when I was at my sister, I was talking about this while I was visiting them. So some of you have heard this before, but while I was visiting them, I was talking with my sister, and it suddenly hit me because we were talking about Matt, my nephew. It suddenly hit me. I was like, he's a janitor at a hospital. He probably sees some really heinous shit. And she was like, yeah, he cleans up like the bad stuff. And then he came home and he goes, I just had one of the worst cleanups that I've ever had to do in my life. And my sister was like, she cursed you. Just pointed at me and was like, it was her. She was asking about you. She was mentioning how terrible your job must be. It was her. She did it. She caused all of that. I was like, no. Plasma Ghost, I also have a problem with not touching my face. I've gotten better over time. But my current thing that I'm trying to do less is biting my lips. My lips are like really, I mean, you guys can probably tell. Like all of this in here, it's all scabbing from me biting my lips my whole life. And I really need to, I want to take better care of my lips because they get so cracked and so messed up. And if it's dry at all, those areas that I bite at kind of like raise up and I can feel them. And that's when I'm not really thinking about it, is when I wind up biting at them again. So I'm trying to take better care of them. I don't know if you would call it a nervous tic. It's just a habit. But it really does depend on what my lips feel like. So if I've been using like a good lip balm, or if they're not dry at all, I don't really feel the need to. It's when they're really dry that the feeling of them is just different, and I want to bite at them, and I don't know what it is. So any of you who are watching right now who are literally biting your lips, guys, we can do it. We can do it. We don't have to bite our lips all the time. Yeah, Dante Jenkins, I'm the same, but I'm a nervous driver. Um, so sometimes when Sam and I have been in the car together, he'll look over and I'm literally like just biting at all my nails. My nails have been pretty all right because I haven't been driving. But when I drive, I bite at my nails a lot. Uh, how's driving now after leaving LA? I haven't driven. I haven't driven yet. Um, 'Cause I drove us the entire time we were in LA. And so I was like, I don't like driving. I'm a nervous driver. I don't enjoy it. So you can be the driver now to Sam. So Sam is currently like going on little drives with his dad to sort of remember what it's like to drive here. And then we're gonna try and get a vehicle. We're not in London. No, we're not in London. We're on the outside of a village a little north of London, so my American ex hated driving over here. The roads were too narrow. The roads are crazy narrow here. That is true. And I get that the roads are way older than the roads in America, and that's one of the big reasons why. But like I don't understand how a car going this way and a car going this way can negotiate when it's that narrow sometimes. I used to bite my nails a lot, but I found out if I stopped over caffeinating, I stopped doing it. There you go. If you didn't have like kind of like the nervous energy, that makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes they can't, and then one of them ends up in a ditch. Don't say that. Where did you move? To England. So my whole family lives in England now. I don't bite my nails. I bite the skin on the sides of them. I also have a huge problem with that. Um, yeah, the sides on my thumbs specifically. If you were to look at my fingers right now, I don't know if you can really tell. My squat little hands. But yeah, the sides have lots of like peeling skin, and that's what I wind up biting at. I don't do it for a while. If I've had a manicure. If I've had a manicure recently, I don't mess with them for a while because they clip all of that away, so I'm not seeing it. It's when I can see it that I mess with it. I'm messing with it right now. Yeah, that's what Jeannie does. Jeannie always has like the little clippers so she can just clip them off. Like that's so smart. How is the adjustment to a new country? Yeah, it's been fine. I get along really well with Sam's family, and they've all been extremely helpful. Oh my God, we might have a dining table soon. I'm so excited. Wait, let me see if he's responded, actually. Oh gosh, it's just not going to load, is it? Fine, fuck it. What was I saying? I don't remember. It's fine. Yeah, currently we have our couch and TV in the living room. We have little stools in the kitchen, so we've just been eating at stools. And we'll just put Clark in my mother-in-law's old high chair. She just uses like little IKEA ones now, so it's an older one. But we'll just put Clark in that and then scoot her over to where we're sitting. So we'll sit in the on the stools, and she'll sit next to us and we'll all eat together. So it'll be nice to actually be able to sit at a table. But yeah, that's showing up in the next day or so, I think. And then Sam's brother was getting rid of his couch, and his couch is super nice. He's getting rid of his couch and was like, do you guys want it? We were like, I guess. So we now have the IKEA couch with all of the like storage and stuff, the modular one that's in the living room, and we love that one because it's got that's where Clark hangs out most of the time, and it has the removable covers so we can wash it. And then Sam's brother's couch is in like this little nook area that's next to the kitchen, and it actually looks great there, so we're like, I guess we'll just leave it. So we have two little sitting areas now, which is funny. And yeah, our bed frame showed up, but it's basically like just sitting on the floor, and so it's really hard for Sam to get in and out of it still. So we might wind up putting that in the guest room, and then we would still need a bed frame for our room. So yeah. And now you have a kids' table? A kids' table? I have to furnish a place for the first time in a few months. I have no idea what to get. I mean, so when we moved, everybody was like, oh, should we be like looking for stuff to put in the house before you guys get here? And my big thing was, as long as we have a place to sit, we're fine, right? We can eat at the couch. We can relax on the couch. If we have a mattress to sleep in and our kid has a place to sleep, and then there's a couch for us to chill on and eat on and whatever else, that's really all we need to get started. So our focuses were couch and then table, but the table wound up, we tried to like do a cool reclaimed wood situation, and it kept having problems. So we wound up, I found a guy on Etsy that actually lives like kind of close to us, who builds tables and stuff. So I just found a table of his that I liked, and we wound up getting that. And then yeah, Sam's big focus was office stuff. So Sam found this and got our mic arms and all of that stuff, and he sorted all of that out. Yeah, our kitchen is entirely black and white, and I don't really like super modern stuff. The kitchen looks extremely modern, so my first thought was, how do I make this look less modern, right? Like, how do I make this look homier? One of the things that I would love to do that I saw Christine McConnell, is that her name? One of the things that I saw her do in her place, because she did like a house tour, and she's just like crazy crafty and talented and awesome, and she did a house tour of this house that she bought in Los Angeles that she made to look more like vintagey. And one of the things that she did was in like the windows, so she had windows that were just squares, right? Was it the windows or was it her cabinets? Either way, for me it would be windows. She had like just basic like square shaped stuff, like openings, and so she made wood like corner inserts that were like a decoration, and then just fitted them into the corners. And I was like, fuck, I want to do that so bad, because I think that's a thing that would add more like character to the kitchen. But again, we don't own this house, so like we're locked in for another 6 months. So Sam and I, like, as the 6 months are going by, we're gonna see like kind of like reassess how we feel about the house, because currently we love it. And the owner really wants to get rid of it. So I'm like mentally going through and thinking to myself, okay, these are the things that if it seemed more like we were going to wind up buying the house, these are the sort of things I would like to do to make it feel more like what I would want, you know? And I've been doing so much research into how we can soundproof these rooms. One of the things I hadn't thought of is swapping the doors. These doors might be like hollow doors. So a heavier door might make a huge difference. If we had like all of the blankets and rugs and stuff, like the thick blankets and rugs all over the floor, and then put the acoustic foam up and then swapped the doors, that might make like a huge difference for us. I just bought TP from Who Gives a Crap. I wish you had an affiliate code or something. I put your Twitter in the Who Recommended You section. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's a cool company. We just wound up getting like a huge box of it when we first moved to make it easier. So, or are you in an office without other people? Because it's in my house. And also Sam and I have tried working out of the same room before, and it was an absolute nightmare. Like, the most that we ever fought in our entire lives was when we were sharing an office. So, the mechanical keyboard flashbacks, yeah. Because I apparently type very loud. And both of our typing would show up audio wise in our recordings. I would be trying to do something on my PC, and he would be trying to upload or something, and his upload wouldn't work because I was doing something on my computer, and like it was bad. Biggest difference I found was buying a sofa. It had a huge difference in the echo. Yeah. Yeah, I think if there was more in the rooms as well, that's an easy fix. I feel that they told me I couldn't use a mechanical keyboard in the office anymore because I type so loud. I was giving Sam shit on stream the other day because he informed me that I'm apparently a very loud typer. And that over Discord, specifically, like, sometimes I'll type and it's just deafening. And he had said to me, why did you think that I keep hinting that you should get a silent keyboard? And then I was making fun of him because literally the last 2 keyboards I've used, he's given me. I was like, if you wanted me to have a silent fucking keyboard, you should have given me a silent fucking keyboard. This is not my fault. I know you can get O-rings. I've looked them up before. But I love the feel of it. And it apparently feels different with O-rings. I could always just get some and try them out, but it apparently feels different to type when there are O-rings. The sound is part of the experience. I don't think I necessarily need the sound, but I like the feel. I like the bounce back. So onion rings are also great. Sure. It's so annoying to hear people type loud when they're in a multi-people Discord chat. I didn't realize that it was getting picked up as much as it was. Sam was like, "You're saving grace," because I'm rarely in a conversation with more than like one person. Sam was like, "Your saving grace is that you type very fast. So it's like a quick blip. So nobody bothers to say anything because it's just like it's like, so it's super loud, but nobody's gonna like give you shit because, you know, it's over in a split second, but it is very loud. So I mute myself now if I need to type. I don't mind the typing sounds, but eating sounds are the ones that trigger me. Yeah, a lot of people hate the sound of eating. The longer that I've streamed, the more that I've tried to, if I'm like eating, like just sitting and eating, I'll try to like lean away from the microphone because I know that for some people, it's the second a person's eating, they leave. I had a friend who was loud, but not fast. Yikes. A brother in arms. I bet there are people who watch streams for the eating sounds. Oh, for sure. I mean, a person who specifically is going to tune into mukbang, right? They're not, at the very least, they don't mind the eating noises at all. Whether they're there for the eating camaraderie, which is believed to be why mukbang got as big as it did, right? Is because there were so many people who were like, I live by myself and I have no one to eat with. You know, I don't have like that family atmosphere in my home. And so people would just like watch another person eat while they ate and feel like this sense of camaraderie. So whether it's for that or because they just enjoy watching a person eat, either way, they probably don't care about the eating noises, you know? I have to remind my friend to chew with his mouth closed. Oof. I have friends. I have friends. Tiri and I were talking about that because she's currently trying to like teach her kids to not to like talk when they're chewing something, you know, or to chew with their mouth closed. And it's turned into her daughter will go, if Tiri is eating and goes to say something, her daughter will be like, Mommy, chew with your mouth closed or don't talk with your mouth full. And she's like, you're right, I shouldn't. We were talking about how, you know, as you get older, you learn how to do that in a way. You learn how to talk with food in your mouth without it being as gross. Right? But when you're trying to teach a kid, you're not going to be like, I can do it because I know how to do it right. Because then they'll be like, well, fuck, then I'm not going to bother. Yeah. People thinking they can do it right. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I think I know a lot of adults who just like, because they've gotten to the point where they think to themselves, well, I'm not, you know, I'm not gross when I do it. And everybody's like, you are. And like, I might be gross when I do it. And just nobody's taking the time to be like, Dodger, stop. I honestly don't know if I would teach my kid the elbow table thing. What, the like, don't put your elbows on the table? Oh my God. I've always put my elbows on the table. My mom was raised very properly. She knows all of the like high society ways to act at a table and all of that sort of stuff. And some of those things she definitely tried to teach my siblings. And looking back, I can tell that by the time it got to me, she was like, okay, these are the things that are going to work and these are the things that are not going to work. And the elbows on the table thing was encouraged for so little time that I can only remember one instance of my mom being like, please don't put your elbows on the table. Both Sam and I always have our elbows on the table. I don't think that I would be like, Clark, don't put your elbows on the table. And it also depends on where you live, right? In some places that's fine, and in some places it's not. In some places slurping is proper, and in some places slurping is really rude. Like, oh, burping. Yes, burping is another thing that could be good or bad. Yeah, I always wondered if it was a posture thing. So when you put your elbows on the table, you lose your posture. I didn't know if it had something to do with that. I don't know. My boss sucks on his teeth all the time. It drives me off the wall. My dad sucks on his teeth, and I started doing it when I was younger, and my mom was like, no. 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 Yeah, this. You like suck on your tooth. My dad does it all the time. I know. I'm sorry. I'm done. My dad does it all the time, though. And I started doing it, and it was the last straw for my mom. Like, I will not let another person in this house start doing that. What? Don't use your backrest. It's for the waiters to pull back your chair, not for you to lean against. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard. Do you raise the spoon to your mouth when eating, or do you subconsciously lower your head near the spoon? I lower my head. I lean forward so that if it spilled, it would spill back into the bowl. But the backrest is not for resting your back. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? I'm really curious what will be different by the time we're older, where we're going, I can't believe that people do that now. It's so rude to do that. Yeah. I think things that my mom really tried to drill into me that I wish I had been better about. Posture. Definitely, because I wound up doing spending most of my time at a computer. And so because I'm talking about it now, I'm like but yeah, my posture is not nearly as good anymore. It used to be pretty good because I danced as well. And in dance, dance really helps with your posture. But since I mostly spend my life at the computer now, or at least a decent amount of it, it's lots of this. It's lots of that. Can we have a stretch? Absolutely. Guys, ready? Team stretch. If you're able to follow along, do it. Spread your fingies as wide as they can go and pull them behind you. And now forward. Still stretching your fingies. Reach. Reach, 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 reach. And one arm over. And one arm over. And lean your head to one side. And just let gravity do the work. Just gently lay your hand. Don't pull on it. Just lay your hand there. And the other side. Again, just rest your hand on your head. And fingies. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Tiger. Ooh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Tiger. Ooh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Tiger. And we're going to do the wave. 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 Do a big wave. Shake it out. Shake it all out. There you go. Did a little stretch. Good job, guys. My boyfriend just asked me what the hell I was doing. You were stretching, Paige. I felt like I was in preschool, but I loved it. I know I'm silly. That's okay. Look, I think I've spent my whole life really developing my auntie muscles, you know? So now I've got all these little kids in my life, and I'm ready. My shoulder blades hated the back stretch. Sometimes the thing feels really good while I'm stretching, and then once I release it, I'm like, ooh, there's more going on in there. A lot of the stuff that has to do with, like, in here, both Sam and I are, like, rock solid, like, super tight in here. So, yeah. Sometimes I'll do stretches in here, or I'll, like, press my fingers. I'll, like, press as hard as I can. Oh, God. And it feels really good while I'm doing it, but when I'm done, it feels awful. It's typically a sign to me, like, I need to go to somebody to just, like, beat the shit out of me. I'm biting on my lip. Stop. Yeah, my aunt is the same. So, my auntie that I was just talking about, that's like my mom's BFF, she was having some back problems. And obviously, not all back problems are going to be fixed with strength training, but after she was told, like, what was going on, she was like, well, before you guys put me on a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna try to start going to the gym and like working out muscles to try and help support those areas of my back. And she said it's made a huge difference, which is really cool. Do a stretch thing every stream, please. It was good. Okay. I can do that. Really, every couple of hours, we should be getting up or stretching a little bit or drinking some water. So. I'm high as fuck, and that was really good. I'm delighted. 20K per bucks for a stretch. Strength training has been great for general aches. Now I always ache in a different way from workouts. I need to, yeah. I need to start working out again. Every hour you should stretch, drink water, and use the restroom. Also, I'm out of points now. Thank you for using those points to remind us of all of those important things. Yeah. Because Sam and I work like right next to each other now, I keep thinking to myself that in the evenings, because we all know he just sits there for like 8 hours and then is like, I should get up. So I keep thinking to myself, every couple of hours I should just go in there and be like, get up, stand up, drink water. Okay, now you can go back to playing. Stripbug's goal of Dodger to interrupt Sam. But would he tell me? One of you guys would have to tell me that it was redeemed. Did I hear about the new Steven Universe episodes? No, but I'm not... I never even finished a normal Steven Universe. So. Have I tried Curse of the Dead Gods? I have not. I don't even know what that is. In Hades, I'm not sure. You should get a walkie-talkie. That would be hilarious. Too much mommy advice. Go for eating on the couch or in front of the computer straight out of the pan. I mean, we do that. we do that in our house still. We do our best. We do our best to take good care of ourselves, but oh, this rogue, I'm so glad. Yeah. When you first start going to the gym, your sleeping is so different. I used to wake up in the middle of the night all the time. This is one of those like I hate when my parents are right moments. When I was in high school, so I did dance team, right? But it's seasonal. So I would do dance team and then I wouldn't have like any sort of forced exercise to do. And I was talking with my dad and I was like, I don't know what it is. Like I wake up at like 2 a.m. and I can't go back to sleep. And then I'll finally go back to sleep and sleep for another like couple of hours, but then I just wake up again. And my dad was like, it's probably because, you know, you're not exercising as much as you were, or you're not exercising at all. And so, you know, you're not like exhausting your body enough in the day. And I was like, that sounds stupid. And then I started doing DDR around that time. So I would do DDR for like hours every day. And I crashed by the time it was time to go to bed. I was just out. I knocked out. Yeah, I was talking about that with Benji as well. That like everybody always says, oh, once you're into the groove of exercising, it pumps you up. It gets you so ready for the day. It gives you so much energy. And I was like, not me. If I exercise a bunch, literally, I want to nap instantly. And people will be like, oh, you just got to push past that. And then you get the energy. I don't. I want to sleep. Like, and Benji was like, yeah, you know, like, if that's the way it is, just exercise at night and then just go to bed, right? Like, you're still exercising, so who gives a shit? If I exercise a bunch, I want to eat. It's also fair. Wait, is it 3 o'clock? Oh my god, it's past 3 already. Holy shit. Is my mother-in-law here already? Oops. Oh, right, my phone isn't working. Whoopsies. It's way too easy. Time is an illusion. It's way too easy for me to just sit here and talk for over 2 hours. Bunny Apocalypse redeemed a Valentine and said, I haven't used any of my points, so here it is. Chat, you're fabulous, and I'm glad I've become a part of a great group of people. Thank you, Bunny. That's very sweet. Thanks, guys. This was very fun. My mother-in-law is coming over to do a driving lesson with Sam, so I'm on baby duty, so I gotta go. But I'm gonna stream again tonight. I haven't decided what we're doing yet, but that's okay. I've got a little sticky note with games on it, so cool. Let's see. Kiara, thank you for the 19 months. Cordry for the 66. Blonde Fox for the 45. Erwin Blah for the 19. Ezra Annie for the 14. Purple Loser for the 6. Not a Good Ninja, thank you for the 5. Gerard, thank you again for the raid and for the gifted subs. It's very sweet. Rakia, thank you for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. Raging Pixel for the 44. Lloyd Bates for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Hockey Cabbage for subscribing as well. Welcome to the Cat Gang, both of you. I hope you're having a great day. Kadri, thank you for the 14 months. Goatee and Glasses for the 37. Sathalan for the 5 years as well. Happy anniversary. Venomancerous, thank you for the 45. Black Dragon for the 26. Celise for the biddies. Mr. Ow for the 20. Milneage, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Mooringer, thank you for the 33. Lamas for the 22. Rick H for the 22. Lee Scoresby for the 66. Motlius, thank you for the biddies as well. Bowen, thank you for the 28. Sir Hamelot for the 26. Mama Ginge for the 6. Loafer for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you, thank you. Sploosh FX, thank you for the 6. GTM Thane for the 2. Spigglebomb for gifting a sub to Saint Butt. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, Spigglebomb. Ikari, thank you for the 61. Digital Bowtie for the 20. Alfonso for the 3 years. Again, happy anniversary. Sauba, thank you again for subscribing. Slime for the 39 months. And Drognir for the 10. Zebdi for the 53. Hockey Cabbage, thank you for gifting a sub to Rel Dev. Welcome to the Cat Gang. And again, a big hug and love to your babu. Thank you, Hockey Cabbage. Kit, thank you for the 41. Will Cubed for the 44. Kadera for the 7. Tons of Mayo for the 32. AKA Angel Blade for the 5. Soul Edgar for the 55. Greyhound Exile for the 18. And Farax, thank you so much for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. So many 5 years today. I don't know what happened exactly 5 years ago, but I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all the love. Yeah, I'm going to stream again at 8 p.m. GMT. So it is currently 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in 5 hours, I will be streaming again. So I hope that you guys can tune into that. Spigglebomb redeemed the post show and said they want an uplifting song done in an annoying anime voice. What's a good uplifting song? What's a good uplifting song to do? You guys think on that while I find somebody to raid. Let's see. Boop. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Yep. That's good. I'll make a man out of you in the Amarantha voice. Done. We're going to go say hi to our bud Whoops. He's playing Danganronpa. I will see you guys in a few hours. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you next time, okay?
Mister, I'll make a man out of you. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Why was I a fool in school for cutting gym? This guy's got scared to death. I hope he doesn't see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim. Be a man, you must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Bye.